Hello, today we are going to talk about the Porta Cipher. Let's get started. This is a Porta Cipher from a recent invitational, and it has been decoded with a keyword of happy. So there are a couple of steps to decode a Porta Cipher. The first step is to write the keyword on top of all the alphabets out here, all on the ciphertext above here. So we kind of go ahead and start typing in the ciphertext. And once the keyword is done, we restart typing this keyword again until we run out of all the ciphertext here. So that is step one, right? Once you're done with that step, in step two, we kind of go through a couple of things here. We look at the keyword letter. So this is the first keyword letter, which corresponds to this ciphertext. Now what we do is that we go ahead and look at the table here. So the keyword text letter, we look at the first column out here where that keyword text letter appears. So in the first case, we are looking at the first column. And once we find that keyword letter, we start traversing the row which contains the keyword letter. So we start traversing this row and we try to find the cipher text letter. So if we find, so we are looking for D here. So in this case, we cannot find D here. So what we do is we are going to the second option here. We don't find the letter, then the ciphertext letter will be one of the column headers. So in this case, D is the column header here. So we found the ciphertext here, and the plain text, the corresponding plain text to D will be T, which is at the intersection of this row, which contains H, right? The H row and the D column. So that's what it will become here. We will go through a couple of more examples. So next we are looking for the A row here, the A row. So the A row is the first row out here. And we are looking for B. So we don't have B anywhere in this row. So we start looking at the column headers. So there is a column header B, which kind of corresponds, right? The intersection of this row and this column header is O, which is the plain text for B cipher. So this is what is coming through. Next, we go and look at column P. And column P here, we do find X out here. So in this case, the corresponding column header we found where we found X is the plain text. So D is the plain text for X here in this case. So two variations, right? If you can't find the ciphertext in the row, then you go and you will have to look at the column header, and then the intersection of the key letter row and the ciphertext column will give the plain text. If you find the ciphertext while you are traversing the row, then the corresponding column header will be the plain text. So we go ahead similarly for a couple of other things. Again, in this case, we are looking at row P out here, and we are looking for U, right? The first column itself has U, which means that the plain text for U is A. So that's what it is. So I think it's coming as today. For the last one, we are looking at Y column, which is the last column out here. And we are looking for M, right? As we traverse here, we can't find M. So we start looking for at the column headers. So this is the last column header is the one where we find M, which means the intersection of that row and column is Y. So M is encoded as Y. So we can go on this way. What helps during the real test would be that if you are able to highlight somehow these rows, because these are the rows which correspond to our keyword, and these are the rows which we will be looking at, right? So having a highlighter, using a highlighter kind of helps us focus on those rows only, and it makes the decoding faster. So we kind of continue doing the same thing. Like here, the next one, we are looking at H row, and we are looking for G. We don't have any G out here, but we do have a G header, a G row header, right? So the corresponding intersection of that row and column is the plain text here. Similarly, for A, we find N here. So the corresponding column header, which is A, is the encoding for N. Similarly, for L here, the intersection here is S, so it means S is the plain text for L. So there is some sentence emerging out here. Today was, let us see here for, we are looking at P row here again, and we are looking for N. So we find N here, which means that the corresponding column header G is the plain text. So we can go on. Similarly, we are looking at here Y row, right? For the next one, Y row, and we are looking for C. C is in there, but we have a column header with C, which means O is the corresponding plain text. So we can go on similarly. Right? So this is emerging, right? Today was good. We again have to something, right? Today. I think we have a was again. And let us see what we have. Let us see. So we are looking at H row here. So H row is this row, and we are looking for V. So we have V here, which is the ciphertext. So the corresponding plain text is F. So we have F out here. Again, we are looking at this A row, and we are looking for H. We don't have H here, but we have an H row header. So the corresponding plain text in this case for H is U. So that's what it is emerging. Today was fun. Okay. So today was fun. Let us quickly check for this this one. So we are looking at the P row. This is the P row, and we are looking for M here. We don't have M here, but we have M as a column header, which means P is the plain text for M here. Similarly, we can go on, right? You can pause the video and kind of do the decoding for some of the remaining things yourself. H, right? So row H here, and we are looking for P here. So P is the last row, last column out here. So the corresponding plain text is M, right? So this becomes M. So similarly, you can keep doing, and eventually we will arrive at a we will arrive at the quote. So this looks like today was fun, and tomorrow is. Let's quickly do for this one. So we have P. So we are looking at P column, and we are looking for W. So the first row or the first column itself is W. So again, the decoding for W out here is A. We have A here. If we go to this one, Y, so we are looking at the Y row. So Y row, and we are looking for B. We don't have B here, but we have B column header here, which means the plain text for B ciphertext in this case is N. So we are getting to N out here. So similarly, you can kind of continue decoding. we can see that we have, for this one, we look at H row. We are looking at H row and we are looking for L. There isn't any L, but we have an L column header, which means this is the plain text for L. So we have O here. So similarly, we can go on, right? So this seems like is another. Let us quickly do this one. So we are looking at H row. H row is this row, and we are looking for L. We don't have L here, but we have an L column header. So which means O is the plain text for L. Okay, I think we already did it here as well. So this was the same encoding as this. Okay, so we are looking at A out here, right? So A row is this one, and we are looking for A. So this is the A column header. So the plain text for A there is N. Okay. Last letter here, we are looking at P row out here, and we are looking for Y. So we get Y here. So the corresponding plain text for Y is the column header here, which is E. So the plain text is overall, today was good, today was fun, tomorrow is another one. Okay, so that is the decoding. Just to summarize, the way we looked at this whole thing, right? We first the first step was to write the keyword on top of all the alphabets, and then to decode them, we had to look at the table, right? We picked up the corresponding keyword letter corresponding to the cipher text, and we used the table. We found the row, the keyword letters were helping us find the row to look at. And then based on the situation, we found our cipher text letter either while traversing the row or looking at the column headers. So that's all in Porta Cipher. It's fairly simple cipher once you practice it. All the best. Thank you.